This is a strong culmination of bringing together the male and the female energy, being soft and gentle and receptive, yet powerful at the same time. And it's together here. This is a powerhouse degree. Hello, welcome back. We are continuing our deep dive through astrology 2 degrees at a time. Today's exciting. We've come to the end of Aquarius Leo. We're on the 30th degree. So it is also cusp energy for Pisces and Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. Without further ado, let's get into some insight, symbolism, psychological profiling, the storylines of astrology. Let's begin with Leo 30 today. An unsealed letter has vital and confidential information. A poetess wearing rings with large gemstones in them. A woman sprinkling rose water in all 4 corners of a room. Continuing to reread a letter, a woman keeps seeing new implications in the content. Fairies, as tiny as May flies, dance in the sun's rays. Both gemstones will be in the description if you'd like to take a closer look. The gemstone here is Atacamite or Atacamite. It's pronounced both ways. This calms and releases fears. It balances emotions and hormones. It works on balancing the endocrine system. It is sometimes called a vision crystal. It speaks to the third eye and the heart chakra. It opens the third eye. It aids in astral travel. It brings powerful spiritual visions, helps us see and connect with our guides. It removes fear, cleanses kidneys, and it helps heal the thyroid gland. This is a degree that speaks to people in a poetic way, a subtle poetic way. The poetess wearing all the gemstones, she's taking in earth energy and she is expressing it in a beautiful and poetic way so that whether you understand the poetry or not, you're getting what she's saying. Even if it's only through osmosis, just the beauty of the poetry, it sinks in. By going deeper and deeper into one thing, rereading the letter over and over again, seeing new things in it. Each time you read it, you see something new. So it's digging deeper and deeper into the truth of something and realizing there are multi-layers, realizing there are all these different stories in one thing. A person with this degree strong in their chart is like a multicolored strobe light, shining light into the darkness until finally it is dissipated. The shadows go away. Patience and persistence is going on here. No matter how much we try to hide something, it cannot stay hidden forever. It is superficially hidden, but only for a time, because all truth comes out. The whole of everything can be known if we focus on it. Drinking in poetry. So again, this could be a writer of music, a writer of ditties, a writer of poems. Flowery, beautiful language that is ethereal. We're meant to share knowledge. If it comes to our mind, if it's of value to us, somehow we need to find a way to share what we know, because that is how we feel whole. Because that's a big theme on this axis, but we'll get to it when we get to Aquarius, that we are of one mind. An ability to package things in a way that it touches the soul is available here. The more we appreciate who we are, the uniqueness that we have, the information that we have that makes us possibly odd, how we're different, we're meant to share it. And having self-assurance that what you know is of value continues the cycle even more so. It feeds it. So don't hide for fear of reactions on this degree. You want to share what you know. Realizing that everything is alive. Paintings are alive. Poetry is alive. And all of the universe is constantly moving. And so realizing that, we focus on what we want to draw to us. We look at the beauty. Don't look at the ugliness. Look at the beauty. And even if it is ugly, what do you see that's beautiful there? So it's drawing to us the energies that we want, that we desire. This is a strong culmination of bringing together the male and the female energy, being soft and gentle and receptive, yet powerful at the same time. And it's together here. This is a powerhouse degree. Let's take a look at Aquarius 30. This first symbol is written a few different ways, and it's changed over time. So I'm going to list all of them. One of them is really, really long. By far the longest one I've ever had. One of them is moonlit fields, once Babylon, are blooming white. Another way to say that, the field of Ardath in bloom. Here's the really long one. Deeply rooted in the past, a very ancient culture, a spiritual brotherhood in which many individual minds are merged into the glowing light of a unanimous consciousness is revealed to one who has emerged successfully from his metamorphosis. And the rest of them. For many years on an island, people dig deeper and deeper to find a treasure. A large pool with white water lilies in bloom. Thousands of many different types of wild flowers waving their heads in the wind. Spiritual laws placed everywhere as reminders. The stone here is white sapphire. It enhances intuition, promotes mental clarity, encourages spiritual growth, boosts self-awareness, aids decision-making, promotes emotional balance, eases anxiety and stress, enhances creativity, stimulates purity, transparency, fearlessness. Here is what I was talking about on Leo 30. There is a strong emphasis on one mind. Being part of a spiritual brotherhood, which we all are. If we are all getting our ideas, our imagination comes from the pool of consciousness of all that ever was, all that ever is, we are a brotherhood. We're all one. Here there's an awareness of it. An ability to communicate with all that is, yet still be unique, still be an individual. There's a very strong emphasis on flowers, on the color white. The white water lilies, the white blooming on the moonlit field in Babylon. Millefiori, thousands of flowers, millefiori is going on here. Beautiful. So wildflowers, but white wildflowers. That could be the tapestry where you have all the little flowers is the background. Digging and digging, knowing that the truth is there, knowing that ultimately we will find the truth, eggs us on, keeps us going, keeps the fire burning, so we keep taking one more step. But here we're meant to feel whole. We are a part of the whole. We have access to the whole. The word unanimity came up, and it's really beautiful. That is a way to see the mind, to get a visual on what is being said here, and that is unity of consciousness along with soul, that it is all together, it is one. That is what is meant by one mind here. That the whole of the universe is set up as spiritual reminders to us all the time. These situations that we attract to us are reminders of where our mindset is or where it needs to be. If we have eyes to see, and know that if you have eyes to see, your third eye opens and you see these things. If you practice doing some form of creativity, it opens the third eye. There's different ways to do it. Here it's being done with gemstones. It is being done through poetry. It is being done through embracing flowers, the beauty of flowers here. But an opening to enlightenment is happening on this degree. Merging with the oneness of all that is. That it's our birthright, that we have access to it. And knowing that it's ours. It's only a matter of time. It's also an ability to keep finding ways to motivate ourselves to stay on track, whatever track is for each of us spiritually and creatively, because that is ever changing. This is a channeler, a channeling degree, an astral travel degree, a channeling degree. Someone with an open mind, open to taking in information and communication with all that is, whether it be the neighbor down the street, whether it be guides from another plane of existence. We're seeing it here. I actually had a dream about this, and it was about tall men who were incredibly tall, like 1.5 feet taller than most people that we see, and they were having mental telepathy, and I could hear what they were saying, and they said, hey, you can hear this? And I'm like, yeah, I can hear you. And it was a secret race of beings that were having a conversation, and they blew into town quietly. They were in cars that had whisper quiet motors. Like, I don't even think they had a regular motor. It was quiet. They just blew in with the wind. So it was an interesting dream. Leave a comment. Have you had a dream about any of these symbols? Love to hear it. Love to hear it. One of the backstories is repeating healing mantras over and over again can be the basis for deep healing and deep understanding of all that is. And that really hit me, because to do something over and over again can feel like monotony, but here we're meant to embrace that doing that is healing. Doing that helps us get to the root of all that is, the truth of all that is. So when we dive into something, we dive into it both feet, all in, and be there now. Give it everything you got. Even if it's one thing only for a month, like you decide, okay, I'm going to only do watercoloring for 30-day challenge. Go all in. It is a way to learn something new about yourself, and it can be enriching to others because of the things that you learn if you bring it back out. We're sharing on this axis, and we're consciously aware of the totality of everything being at our grasp. It is in our mind. If it is, it's ours to have and ours to share. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Give me a like if you're enjoying these. Subscribe for more psychology of astrology. And take care until next time.